Are you ready? Wait.
A na-ebulukwa mmadụ elu ọfụma onye mee nke ọma ebulie ya elu si ejide nke oji na-aga n'iru biko ka anyị gbakọ kịta wee kele Eze-Ana ga-adị Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu nwoke ọma na oraifite ị ga-adị ọdịnala bụ eziokwu ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ ịma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa ụmụ Igbo chigharịa kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti n'ụtụtụ na abalị ọ nọ na nkụzi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma na oraifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye mmalite eme ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma na oraifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'ihu Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye mmalite eme ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'ihu Eze-Ana ga-adị Ugochi tubelu ga-adị Ugochi tubelu tempụl ọ ya adị maka na eziokwu anwa chacha ndị okenye ga-adị front and back front and back front esikala aka ghọrọ ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke feka mma buru Baịbụl bịa akwụkwọ akụkọ wepekwa chọọchị fa okpuru ụka bịakwa mmadụ Ugochi tubelu ekweghị ekwe Eze-Ana si na ọma mme ọdịnala ọmanwụ chacha oge ọbụla ọ na-eti ọ nọ na nkụzi Chukwu abịama bụ aka ume ọdịnala ya
Ụtụtụ ọma na ụmụ ọdịnala Igbo, anyị abịakwanụ n'oge awa nke eziokwu nke ọ bụ mụ nwa bụ Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu na-anọ n'isi ya. Oge awa nke eziokwu bụ oge anyị ji awa eziokwu niile agba. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, isiokwu anyị ji bịa bụ all you need to know about 4 cardinal points: Eke, Orie, Afor na Nkwo. Ọnya bụ ihe anyị ji wee bịa, mana bifo anyị gaa n'iru, maka ndị ọpụta bụ izizi ha na-afụ m, afọ mbụ Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala tempụl. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi lụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Prayer Ministry, bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. You can call me an ọdịnala evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Ọkwa dị mkpa echefuna na aja anyị na-achụ kwa ọnwa nke ọnwa Julaị ka na-aga n'iru. Anyị kwuru na anyị ga-end ya ending of July. Echefukwana na nke ọnwa Ọgọst ga-ebido Ọgọst 1 endịkwa na Ọgọst ending. Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na anya bụ aja mbunye elu, aja ịpụta ihe, aja a na-achụ n'igwe, ihe ị ga-eme bụ ịchaatịkwa m ka m gwa gị etu ị ga-esi wee nwee ike sonye na anya bụ aja. Yes, ọ bụrụ na ị nọ ebe ọ bụla ị nọ under the sun, ị nwere ike isonyere anyị. Ndị na-esonye bụ na anya bụ aja amadụgo ka esi eme ya, mana maka gị gbabụ onye ọfụ, ihe ị ga-eme bụ isonyere anyị maka ya. Ihe ị ga-eme bụ ịfọwọdụ ya 3 prayer request, mee donation token to the account number chat m na WhatsApp, ị nwere ike iso na ya bụ aja. Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ iso na aja, chat m na WhatsApp 08057837672. I repeat 08057837672. Sọsọ ndị chọrọ iso na aja a na-achụ kwa ọnwa. Ọ bụrụ na you forward ya 3 prayer requests, I ga-ewoji na altar to present it before the entities of powers. Na-agazi na-aga ọfọ kwa ụbọchị isi gị ka ọ maka meele gị. Then ka anyị gabazie n'iru n'isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa. Nke ọzọkwa bụ ana m ayọ ebe ọ bụla ị nọ wee na-anụ olu m, please, I'm pleading for your support to my daughter, Queen Desire. Vote for her. Nke ọzọ m na-achọ ịkọwazi bụ na-esonyere Eziokwu TV or our social media handles. Spread the good news. Ka anyị bazie n'ihu isiokwu anyị ji bịa. Ofu ihe m na-achọ ịkọwala gị bụ ọ bụrụ na ịbụ onye ọdịnala Igbo, I'm recommending one book for you. O nwere English and Igbo. Jee chọọ akwụkwọ a na-akpọ Nkomi. Ya bụ Nkomi nwere English and Igbo. Ọ ga-enyere gị aka. Akwụkwọ nsọ nke ndị ụka ọdịnala akpọrọ African Traditional Religion. Akwụkwọ nsọ ka ọ bụ, ọ ga-enyere gị aka. Ka anyị gabazie n'iru na nkụzi anyị ji bịa. Nkụzi anyị ji bịa n'ụbọchị taata bụ 4 cardinal points. Ama na mgbe ị na-eje akwụkwọ enugo maka okwu a 4 cardinal points. Mgbe na-akọwaziri gị n'ihe gbasara spirituality, 4 cardinal points is very crucial. It's what you must know, because 4 cardinal points comprises 4 cardinal powers, basic powers that has other elements that works under them. Example, we have a sun. The sun, the moon, the stars, they have elements that works under the sun as a cardinal point. Sun element is a masculine element. It's masculine element. Now we have the feminine element. That is the water element. Water element. The other elements that works with water elements are the mammals, the water sprites, etc. Then we have the air element. The air element is the early beings, like salamanders, etc. Now we have the land elements. Yes, the land elements. Nkwo. Why the air element is afor? They are masculine. Lest I forget, the fire elements are masculine, and are masculine elements. That is eke. Why the water elements, the mammals, the water sprites are feminine elements. That is orie in Igbo spirituality. Then, while the afor is masculine elements like the salamanders and etc. And we have, that is afor. We have feminine element. That feminine element includes the gnomes, the elves, because they are earth elements. That is nkwo. In creation, God Almighty in His infinite mercy created everything, male and female. Male and female. It will interest you to know that in every creature, God Almighty made it so. Even down to the plants. Yet, maybe you don't know. Example, like the Ogbuefi leaf. Ogbuefi has male and female. Even bamboo, this bamboo we call achara in Igbo language, yes, has male and female. I know some of you might be surprised, but it's true. The male bamboo is those one that is slimmer, very slim. But those feminine one is those one that is big. But if you start using them, maybe you are putting on a structure. Yes. Put male bamboo and put female bamboo. I can tell you those slimmer ones, this male bamboo, will stay longer than those female ones that is too big. Those ones that are too big, small time, you will see kind of ants eating them up. You will see something like dust coming out of them. So that's why it's female. If I are with me, I would have shown you Ogbuefi leaf, the masculine Ogbuefi and the feminine Ogbuefi. It's there in so many other things, but what you don't know is only a mystery to you. So what am I trying to say? In creation, God created everything in creation, male and female, in order to balance it. Yes, in order to balance it. To balance the power in equal angle. That's to balance that 4 cardinal points. Because that 4 cardinal point is the 4 components radiating blessings and grace upon the entire creation, energizing the entire creation. God Almighty, after creating the entire world, He did not abandon the world. Rather, He created the forces of nature to lubricate, to energize the entire creation, representing God's power from 4 cardinal angles. Like the spur of the sun, ensure, energize the entire creation for incubating. Because without the power of the sun, I can tell you, even if you plant anything, it can never germinate. You need that power of the sun, as the power of the Almighty, showing itself in the form of sun. So, sun is a part of God's power. But like I always say, there is division of labor in God's communication with man, with his entire creation. So the sun element ensures that every creature on earth receive that energizing power. That is why even in spirituality, every religion, based on my research, don't joke with the power of the sun. Even in Igbo spirituality, if you go to any spiritual person, maybe a dibia in Igbo spirituality setting, now like in the temple, we have where we call nkwo Eze-Ana, where we anchor the power of the sun. Yes. If you are listening to me, you understand that wherever you see that anchorage of the sun, called nkwo Eze-Ana in Igbo language. Now, we are recognizing the power of the sun. You will see, if you go to a Libya place, you will see something like flag. That flag, you will see a mirror on top of that flag. Then you see maybe a pot of water. Because sun and water, there is this evaporation, there is this communication, cordial relationship that they relate very well. They share a lot of things in common. So we all know that if there's power evaporation, the power of the sun will draw up the water, and later it will still rain back. So they share that union. They work in harmony. So the sun, the masculine energy, work with the feminine, that is the water. Then water is like a mother. You can't do without water. In fact, we are told that 70% of our blood is, is water composition. Now, what am I saying? Water is life. The way woman gives life. So we can't do without water. So water has this feminine care for the entire creation. Yes, water and the sun helps plant to grow. So they work in harmony. So you can never underestimate the power of the sun and how they work in harmony with water. Let me tell you what is happening in other religions. No religion on earth joke with the power of sun being the energizer. You can go to many temples all over the world. You will see that they have form of connecting with the sun. Some will build their temple. Yes, some will build their temples. By building their temple, they will make provision for the radiation of the sun to their altar, because they know that the power of the sun energizes. Now, that is why even some other religions, in fact, every religion on earth, based on my study, understand the power of the sun. That is why most religions on earth build their temples to face the east. You will not know, because if you are not properly guided then or mentored, you will not know that facing the east is what the temple builders have in mind when they are deciding where temple will face. You will think that they just build house or build temple, but without knowing, unless if you are a deep member of that their religious body, you understand it during the architectural mapping that exactly why they choose to face that altar to the east. I don't want to start talking about other religions like our brothers, the Muslims, and rest of them. They face the east. Yes, they face the east because east will on the east, where the power comes from, where the power energizes from. Remember, the three wise men, we were told that they said they saw the star from the east, and they followed the star to Bethlehem. That's what we were told. To still show you that there is power from the east. So everything, every power starts from the east, meaning the sun. So what am I saying? That sun, power of the sun, is Eke, represented Eke market day in Igbo spirituality. That is masculine powers. Then it works with the feminine power, that is orie, the water, the water. Because God created them in man and woman. So even in cardinal point, after Eke, orie, mean okay, male and female. Now, down to the early beings, the beings that walk in the air, like salamanders, etc. They are early beings. You know, earth is life. Air is life. It works in a way that it balances things in creation. For example, one of the natural laws is that givers never lack. Yes. So the early elements balances it up in the sense that every creature work in harmony with the air element. If you are too stingy as a human being that you cannot give, then you cannot exist. Because we live by giving. Let me give you an example. You know, we breathe in oxygen. We breathe in oxygen and brings out carbon dioxide. I know you know it's true. Now, why those plants? Yes, because human being, we are created to work in harmony with the entire creation. So when you give out, when we take in oxygen, we give out carbon dioxide. Then those plants, they take in carbon dioxide and give us oxygen. So it means on Earth, you cannot exist if you are not willing to give. So we live by giving, and once we give, we receive. That is simple philosophy you know about life. Yes. So, and in everything on earth, you must give in order to receive. So that is what the early being, the salamanders, ensure that human being gives and receives. It is a stabilizer. That's what they normally do to stabilize things. So without air, believe me, we will not have oxygen. Yes, and if we don't have oxygen, then there will be a problem. Then again, you come down. That early being salamander, the masculine, it will keep on underestimating the power of the air, early being, because maybe you are living in Africa, because Africa, God loves Africa so much. Africa has the best of everything. Don't you know? Africa has the best of everything. Best weather, best environment, because we are first son of God. God loves us so much. But best mineral deposits in Africa. I don't want to talk about that today. But what I'm telling you is that if you're a son of Africa, rejoice. We have it all. Now, what I'm saying is that when the early beings, the masculine beings, now their work is to ensure and balance. There is balance in entire creation. Now we have the land beings, include the gnomes, the elves. Those the land, the mother earth is nkwo. Why the early being is afor. Now the mother earth is a mother, is nkwo. Ensure that whatever we give, we receive. Yes, it's the mother that ensure that whatever you give in creation, believe in me, that is exactly what you will receive. But this time around, you will receive it in multiple fold. You know why it works that way? The mother earth ensure that whatever you give, you receive. Even in childbearing. Yet, so whatever you sow, you receive. Go and read Galatians 6 verse 7 says, God can never be mocked. Whatever you sow is what you reap. Go and read it. Meaning that the mother earth ensures that whatever we give, we receive. In computer language, we call it garbage in, garbage out. You can only receive what you give. Now, what I'm saying is that once you are closer with the earth element, you must be at peace with those earth elements, the gnomes, the elves. The gnomes is in charge of the soil, growing rocks, furthering creation. So if you are friendly with the air element, the land element, you will rejoice. There's other land elements like the elves. They are in charge of growing plants. You understand the balancing. You will see them in the form of maybe like butterfly. They will be going here and there, taking one of these and going the other place. There are so many numerous trees that no man on earth planted. But the elves and the gnomes know how they arrange those things. They will just germinate on their own. That is the movement. So when you are at peace with the earth element, the gnomes, you will be blessed. Go and read Leviticus chapter 15 down. God said, if you love and keep the laws which I have given you, the law of the land, that the land will bless you, and the fruit of your hand, fruit of work of your hands will germinate, and you will bless the land, and the entire land will be blessed. So meaning that if you are at peace, even the work of your hands will be blessed. If you are a farmer, whatever you are farming, whether hand or whatever, but the work of your hands, now the land element will ensure that you receive bountiful of it. So what am I saying in essence is that make sure you are at peace with all the four cardinal elements. You know why? They are at peace. Yes, we understand that there is so elements that follows every human being. There are some people born on Eke Market Day in Igbo spirituality, meaning that the day the person was born, that the masculine elements that works with the light element, that is the sun element, are more active, meaning that the sun element vibration is more on the day the person was born, meaning that the person have leg with those elements that are very active on that particular day the person was born. So if you're born on a Eke Market Day, I can tell you that you have link with those elements that works on that particular day, because they are the ones that welcome you, usher you to this world. So even if you don't have time for spiritual exercise, make sure on that particular day in Igbo spirituality counting. Yes, because in Igbo spirituality we recognize 4 market days. After 4 market days, Eke, Orie, Afor, Nkwo, we start 4 market day again. So now that day you were born is very crucial, meaning that that day is the element that are so active to welcome you on earth. The Oyibos, even the Georgian calendar has something similar. They will be telling you about that you are Sagittarius, you are Aquarius, you are this and that. Yes, so that is how they count their own based on Georgian calendar. But in Igbo spirituality, we count 13 months. Meaning in Igbo spirituality calendar, we count 28 days as a month. Yes, making it 13 months in a year. That is how we count on our own. But for the fact that there was a time the Georgians, the Roman Empire, so they colonized like their world power then. They forced the whole world to be using their own calendar. But what I'm telling you now, any day you are born in Eke, Orie, Afor, Nkwo, that particular day you set your foot on earth, meaning that you are more connected with those elements that work that day. Meaning, if you can build personal relation with that element that are so active when you are born, it will help you, because you have already have bond what unites you and those forces. So they are primary forces, let me put it that way. And again, some people are arguing, is it possible for somebody to be at peace with all 4 cardinal elements? I say yes. If, let's say, I'm an nkwo person, Nkwo, yes, I was born in a Nkwo market day. So if we are, for that reason, I'm already having some connection with the land elements. Now, that does not stop me from making friendship with other elements. You know why? If you are too good with land elements as Nkwo Day, or Nkwo, now By the time you build personal relationship with the goddess of the land, let me put it that way. Now, being too friendly with them, they will introduce you with other elements. Let me explain this way so that you understand me very well. I normally like to use examples. If someone is so good, as in the person is in love with one of your family member, let's say your brother, and your brother normally tell good things about that his friend to the family. That look, this my friend Efanye, the guy is a good guy, I love him so much. You know, saying good things about Efanye, believe in me, just matter of time. The entire family will begin to love Efanye so much. Yeah, that is correct. Because that Efanye, your brother and Efanye are like this. And Efanye, your brother keep talking good of Efanye. I can tell you with time, all the family members will begin to love Efanye. So the same thing, if you are very close and have good relationship with your own element, with that closeness with your own element, other elements will be friends with you. Because you are building bridges. You start building bridges from your own element. Then with that, you are building bridges, you'll be able to reach out to other elements. And believe in me, more you are building more bridges with other elements, you are growing spiritually. So what I'm saying is that always call your elements, the forces of nature that are so active the day you are born. They will be of great help to you. Even if you don't pray, even if you don't have time for your spiritual exercise, then what you will do is this: go and pray, more especially that particular day, or you can even meditate. If you are an Igbo person, you don't know the day you were born. It's very simple. Go to Google, search for www.igbocalendar.com. Put your date of birth. The day you were born in Igbo calendar will show. Yes. You don't need to go far. Just log in www.igbocalendar.com. It's already on the Google. Now, put your date of birth, then the Igbo days of counting. Yeah, Eke, Orie, Afor, Nkwo will show. If you are born in Eke, it will show you. So, what it means is that make sure that you pray on Eke market day fervently. Very important. And always call the elements that moves around on that particular day doing good to favor you. Start from that. That's one, building bridges with your own elements. You will be able to connect with other elements. It's just a gradual process. Yes. And when you start connecting with other elements, you will know. If you're a spiritual person, before you know it, you will now notice that you can even call the early being, the salamanders, and send the message they will deliver. By so doing, you will know that I already friend with you. So what am I saying in essence is that build personal relation. Build personal relation with your own elements. Ensure that you are at peace with your elements. Again, 4 cardinal points is so crucial. It's so crucial that we must take time to understand how they work. Like I told you, sometimes you will see some of this the herbs moving from one flower to another. For you, that is not so spiritual, might be seeing them as these ants and butterfly. You will be seeing them, but they are doing good. 4 cardinal points that are elemental beings dedicated for 4 cardinal positioning in creation for the purpose of helping man to develop spiritually. Yes. Their work is to further creation in the name of the Most High. However, in their normal work, they normally come across man. So what I'm telling you is that learn how to be build personal relationship with them, and they shall be well with you. 4 cardinal points is so crucial that you should know them and understand how they work. Now, I can tell you 4 corners of your room is east, west, north, and south. Whenever you want to pray, make sure you face the east. You might not do it outside, maybe for your meditation and what have you. You might not be able to do it outside, maybe based on where you're living. Maybe you don't have conducive environment. Maybe you are living in someone's house. The person might not understand you. Then go inside their room. Just locate where is east. If you are outside, locate the east. How to locate the east? Early morning sun. Anywhere the early morning sun rises from, that is east. So go inside their room, locate that particular side that faces the east. Face that place. Even if you don't have any ritual material, like whatever, you can still do your meditation. Like I keep saying it, doing meditation is so very important, because you, by so doing, you'll be able to connect yourself and absorb the spiritual strength. Absorb the spiritual strength that follows it. Meditation brings bonding with your spiritual forces. So let's understand the power of these 4 cardinal points. Now, if you're an Igbo person, you understand these 4 cardinal points. If, like today is Orie, you call all the water elements that are going about doing good in the name of the Most High today to bless you. Solicit for their support. Call upon them. They will never let you down. The next day, you do the same thing. Call other elements that are celebrating and are so active on that particular day. They are doing good, going about doing good in the name of the Most High. Like I said, their work is to help to further creation. So have you asked yourself why those like Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Everest, don't you know that it grows? Don't you know? And yes, go and do your research. You will find out that that is not how they are, the height in 19th century. They are quick growing. There's elements that are working on it. Some of these beautiful sites you are seeing, the beautiful rivers, waterfalls, and that, they are creatures. I remember when I was in Abuja, there is this called Zuma Rock. If you are coming closer to Zuma Rock, you will see something like human face on it. But if you go closer to some of these rocks, you will see some of the artistic work. That is to show you that elements exist. Yes, there is some water element you will be seeing on social media. You will see people, trying to mimic the mermaids. The truth of the matter is that that picture you are seeing is not really mermaids. Rather, it's the imagination of artists. Yes, the truth of the matter is that no human will encounter an elemental being one-on-one and comfortable enough to take snap pictures. It's not possible. If once you see those spirits, your head will swell. In fact, it will take you as a high spiritual person for you to comport yourself very well until a time you will grow far, far more better spiritually in order to absorb their presence. I remember the first time I started doing spiritual exercise. This one, I normally do it midnight. Yes. Today, I really want to talk to you how you can be able to activate that your inner power. Let me tell you, there is a reason why people pray by 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. The Roman Church will tell you is divine mercy. They tell you it's divine mercy time. But I can tell you, there is this particular time, the angels of God normally move around doing good. There is a time angels of God moving around doing good. Let me give you an example. In the Bible, you will see where we are told that that uh, that Jesus was like moving around. That Jesus was moving around. He now saw a woman, a sick woman, for 38 years beside river of Bethsaida. And according to that story, that anytime there is a particular time in the day that this river of Bethsaida normally wobbles. And if you are lucky enough to be the first person to enter that river at that particular time, you'll be healed. That is to you the power of the water elements, healing people. Remember that king we are told in Old Testament that his maid told him to go to Bethlehem to have a bath in the river. And I said, no, I'm a general. How can I go? We in the Syria king. That in Syria we have better river than the river of Bethsaida. But eventually he went there and be healed. So what I'm telling you that there are these water elements that are there healing people. But what you don't know is beyond you. Maybe you don't know, you don't believe that there is power in the water. You understand? So now the woman now responded to Jesus according to that allegorical story that why she could not enter that river is that he doesn't know how to help us. That before she could manage to enter, another person must have entered. You understand? To show you that there is a particular time the angels of God, the elemental beings are going about doing good. So the Catholic Church will now tell you it's divine mercy time, it's at 3 o'clock. But I can tell you, any 3 o'clock, whether morning or afternoon time, is healing time. So it can key in. I remember when I started spiritual life easily. At that time, every 2:30, I normally set my phone on time, an alarm. Every 2:30, I will wake up, get myself ready, face the east, and start my spiritual meditation. The first day I started it, I experienced kind of breeze. With like call my ancestors, call my spiritual forces that I'm here for them, to dialogue with them, to have quiet time with them. So to receive their message. So immediately after like a few minutes to 3, around kind 3 o'clock, I began to experience like a gentle breeze. But I hold myself. So I knew that there is some spirit that I already entered the room with me. Because when I started it around to 3, I didn't feel it. But immediately around 3 o'clock, I started feeling that gentle breeze. Then that continues every day, and with time, my body, I developed this then familiarity with their presence. So whenever I'm doing my quiet time and I have the feeling that they are there with me, I will be calm. Unlike the first day I experienced that. So what I'm telling you that there is power. There is power, but if you don't know, you don't know it. You understand? There is power. And again, if you are closer to your element, there are so many benefits. Even Jesus recognized the fact that water is life. Water has everything. So if you have link directly or indirectly, somebody can be linked with water directly or indirectly. Somebody can be a water person by birth because you have your spiritual forces that are of married. Now, but somebody can build personal relationship and become friends with them indirectly. There is so much blessings. Like example, when you are linked with water people, they have so many blessings. Some people don't understand how the water people works. Some people normally say so many lies against the mammals, the soya. That is not true. Because you don't understand them. You are normally do cast and bind against those elements. that are supposed to be your backbone. Like when Jesus was confronted with the task, he now said, Peter, go to the river. The first fish you get, then open the mouth, you see money. And that is exactly what happened. So what I'm telling you that water people brings wealth, bring goodness of life, bring upliftment and favor. But because you don't understand, you normally see the mammals as evil. You normally see the water sprite as evil. You do cast and bind. I can tell you, that casting and binding you are doing will never help you. Yes, because without casting and binding you are doing, you are making yourself their enemy. And again, what the casting and binding you are talking about is not even touching them. I can tell you, never start war you cannot finish. Those they are elements, they are here to help you. Recognize them for your own good. But physical fighting, you will never win the war. Let me give you an example before I close. Have you ever seen anywhere in the Bible? Yes, that's your Bible. Where Jesus said the elements die. He can't, because he understands that they can never die. There are angels of God going about doing good. If you know. Have you ever seen where Jesus went? Even John the Baptist took him to the water to baptize him. John the Baptist was not going to the water to do some spiritual water walk. But for you, and for the fact you are now condemning anything that has to do with water, you don't know what you are doing. I can tell you can never win that war without water. You can't. Because they are noble spirits, they are feminine, they're blessed, they have bountiful. Do you know how the Mother Earth has bountiful of goodies to bless his people with fruits, food, and rest of them? That's how the water elements, they are feminine, how they have bountiful of goodies to bless you. Go to the water, it blesses you. Some people rely on water stuff for their living. You understand? You go to the water, you get fish, you get your crayfish, you get your whatever to sustain man. Are you not getting it? Do you know that a lot of people for vitamins and whatever rely on the water stuff in order to sustain, to be healthy? Then the Mother Earth, the nkwo, is there from her own angle to bring the crops, food for us to eat. As mothers, they are mothers. The orie, they are mothers. The earth, they are mothers. They are earth elements. Know them and know peace. Ignore them, you are in trouble. So what am I saying? Try to recognize your spiritual forces. Try to call upon them. If I'm praying, I call upon all the 4 cardinal elements. Because why? I have already built personal relations with all of them. Yes, I build personal relationship with all of them for my own good. So I'm talking to you right now to learn how to build personal relationship with 4 cardinal points. It will favor you. In the name of the Most High, the Creator of the whole universe, I pray upon the friends of the temple and children of the temple all over the world, and my fans and followers. May you be blessed. May there be miracle in your lives. May there be favor. May there be liberation. In the name of the Most High, the Creator of the whole universe. Thank you all, and remain blessed. Remember to share our message to everyone. If you want any assistance, you can put call or WhatsApp to this number I'm about to call, 0813 8243 871. I repeat, 0813 8243 871. That number is for call and the WhatsApp. Please, if you want to call only this number I just mentioned. Let me call it again. 0813 8243 871. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.